Morning, guys. Time for the daily caffeine juice, the first of many. Got a flurry of activity today. Just got a notice on the front driveway cam. Somebody might be here already. Supposedly, guys on the way for all the bins. Nope. I got to adjust the sensitivity on all the cameras. Got everything up in place. Whole outside covered, inside, blah, blah, blah. But takes some tweaking once you get everything set up so you don't get a lot of false alarms. Anyway, got him coming. He just messaged me that he's on the way, so I feel confident about that. Fios just called a few minutes ago. They're going to be here within 10 minutes to hopefully upgrade me. I told this is a different tech I'm talking to, and I give him the gist of what's going on. He's like, well, I got the order to move you to a new box, so hopefully it's going to do it. I'm like, cool. So crossing our fingers that we'll have our high speed back. Right now we're getting like 80 down, 40 up, something like that. We were at like 130, so it's a big difference for me uploading videos. Lowe's called. They are scheduled for between 12 and 1 for the range delivery. Everything's hitting like within the same hour today. So I got the hallway cleared. Range is good to go in, and we'll see who shows up first. But it's going to be an exciting day, lots of stuff happening. I'm going to wrap up the office after everybody's gone. Not too much left to do in there, just some fine tuning, make it look pretty. And then we're gonna build some stuff because we got another big garbage day tomorrow and I need to get out as many boxes as I can. I've only got about 3 loads total left, but I can't waste any. Sweet, well that one wasn't a false alarm and Fios just rolled up. I wasn't joking. Well, that sorta went to plan. They don't install gas ranges. Not a huge deal there, I'll do it myself. I'm sure I just have to turn off the gas. I got the hookup line. But they at least took it away. They're trying to say I didn't pay for it. Oh yes, I did. And I noticed they used a tiny little dolly and they freaking nicked the stucco on my door threshold a bit. The piece is here, so I can just kind of glue it back into place. Damn it. Well, good news about Fios. Guy just came back from checking out the neighborhood box and he said the upgrade has been done. So he's swapping over the equipment here in my garage and I'll be back up to super high speed in about a half an hour. Why is this reminding me of unboxing the humidor? Oh, I'm happy to have this in. It's their top of the line, 5 burner. That's why it was such a huge delay. Most of the sales are the 4 burners. Looks gorgeous so far. Packaged like Fort Knox. Nice. Okay, let's get rid of some more cardboard. So there she is, uncrated, not unwrapped yet. Tons of protective film, obviously, all over everything. And no, it's not blue. Oh man, I'm excited. Nice to have knobs back. I have not had a gas stove in, holy crap, 25 years, something like that, back up in Michigan. It's not bad. It's not commercial quality. It's the little things that make the big differences when you go another like $1,000. It's a huge jump. This is like the top of the line normal unit. The only thing I didn't get is a convection oven because I don't like them. I like baking with a traditional oven, but everything else is the top of the line consumer grade. You get knob wobble, you know, stuff like that. The grates aren't going to be locked into place when they're in here. They might shift a little bit. It takes another $1,000 to get rid of stuff like that and go to a commercial grade unit. It's just not worth it. I mean, it is if you're a chef, if you do it for a living, if this is your tool, absolutely spend the big bucks. But you know, this is just me cooking at home for fun. So more than happy enough with this grade of metal and this quality. Overall, it's a pretty heavy unit. Okay, well, as soon as Fios wraps up and my bin guy gets here, I'm going to look into hooking this guy up. The install instructions are all of 2 steps. Can't be that hard. Fios is done. Let's see what we got. Download is right on target. I should be 100. Oh, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, that better inch back up there. Mid 90s, high 90s, just topping 100. All right, perfect. Back the way it should be. Good to go, 55 bucks a month. It is a deal around here. And unlimited, unlike a lot of areas of the country. Huh, that's the first time I've seen this pop up. It says for speeds over 100, they suggest using the app. Sure. Let's give it a shot. Never installed an app on Windows yet. Get it? Okay. Open the store, yes. Never been in the store. I'm on a desktop, so I have no need for any kind of laptop stuff or tablet stuff. I have a couple apps installed on my laptop. 35 megs and done. Launch it. Let's see if we get any different kind of speed here through their app. I'm betting there's absolutely no difference, and this is just a way for them to advertise and push ads a little differently. Same result they're downloading. Wow, that's weird. It looks like a very hard cap. On our old connection at the old house, it didn't seem to have any kind of hard cap like that. It would inch up to 120, 130. It would fluctuate during the day. It was always over 100, but this looks like they're artificially capping it right around 100. And a little burst there of 115 at the end. Maybe I spoke too soon. All right, well, either way, happy as a clam. Well, hey, look at that. They actually have a full install video for my model. Love it. The bin guy's here. Gotta make some room. And I've got a lead on somebody today coming to pick up the 2 trip hazards. Parking blocks. Well, that definitely made a nice big dent in the garage. Okay, so let's see. Garage door opener, that needs to be installed. That'll go against the wall. That's stuff that has to go inside after I clean up a little bit more. These 3 bins are garage stuff. They will go on the shelf and in the cabinets that I still have to build. That needs to be installed. That stuff can go in storage. Those 2 lights need to be installed. That's still full of garage stuff. That's empty. That's oil change stuff. Light stands, those can go in right now. Motorcycle stuff, more charcoal. Paint stuff, I'll have to find a place for that, put it in the cabinet. Motorcycle stuff. Okay, getting there. Just getting an action plan here. Yeah, still need to do inside stuff. Anyway, ranges first, that's taking up a ton of space. So from what I can read so far, it looks like I just need to go to Lowe's, get a shut-off valve, because right now there's just a hard pipe coming out because there's never been a gas stove installed in this spot yet. I already have the install kit, so I've got the flexible line and everything past the shut-off valve. Did they give us, I thought I saw some leak detection compound. Anyway, oh, it's in the kit. If not, I'll pick some up just to make sure that your pipe connections are good. I swear I saw a kit here and it had the pipe compound and the joint stuff. Anyway, just got to pick up a few things at Lowe's, and I got to find the gas shutoff valve. That's the first step. I guess I'll just have to relight the pilot light on the water heater, which isn't a big deal. Fireplace I've got shut off. That's not even lit. Okay, I guess it's off to Lowe's. All right, well, this should hook me up. Got some joint compound, got a street 90, and a nice shutoff valve. While I'm here, I'm gonna get a hose nozzle. Get another one for the back. I could have sworn the next door neighbor had big hedges like mine. I'll have to go back and watch an old video. Now I can't remember. But it looks like a lot of new growth. That's the light green. Maybe he chopped them down. Huh, now I can't remember. Still hasn't put any in around the pool. I think he just got it finally approved. Anyway, the first step in this range is to shut off the gas. And that's going to be right down here coming out of the ground. Big old valve here to turn. There we go. Nice and even. Shut off. Tell you what, I very well may need to go get a couple bigger wrenches. I don't have a huge set of channel locks, and this is on there so tight that I started to break through the drywall. I don't have another one long enough or small enough to get in here and hold the actual wall pipe, so I may need to go buy a couple large channel locks. All right, now I'm wondering if there's some kind of secret to this. Like, is this pinched on or clamped on or something? It is not turning. I even try to mallet. Not even, nothing. Absolutely no movement. It's like it's cemented on or something. Wow, was this thing tight. It took all my weight. I was practically doing a handstand on this thing to get it to start to move. Oh, but it's coming. Woo! It did have some kind of sealer. You can see the ridge of it built up here. That was basically epoxy. I don't know if it's a combination of pipe sealer and paint or what, but it was on there and it was seeped all in between the cap and the pipe, but the threads are all good. All right, let's get it installed. Luckily, it didn't actually break through. Seems to be a weak point. I think they did a patch right around this. There's no support. It's just kind of flimsy. Nice even coat of new thread sealer. Street 90 on, good and tight. Now to put on the shutoff valve. Okay, compound end, shutoff valve on. I'm gonna go ahead and re-spackle around here just to make sure everything's sealed. Then we need to tip this on its back, measure the height, and get the feet leveled so it's nice and even with the counter. So I have to install this anti-tip bracket, and that just keeps the oven from tipping forward, which is pretty easy to do if you've got like a heavy roast and there's nothing on top of the stove and it's on the rack and you pull it all out, especially if it's near the top, that whole oven can tip. So obviously you don't want that to happen. There was one in here originally, probably the first one with the house. There wasn't one on the one that came out, but those are the two holes for one. So I've got it measured out to where it needs to be. We want it 9 5/8 from the center line, so I marked the center line, measured down, and it works out to 5 1/2 from this left side. It's more convenient because there's a electrical outlet over there, and one of the rear feet just slides in here and catches. So it's just a channel, prevents it from coming up. We just put 2 screws in the wall here. It doesn't have to be super massive or anything, and that'll just sit there into the wall, and that's it. Well, not too confidence inspiring. Whoever put this together at the Whirlpool factory sucks ass. Just tipped it on its back here and 2 random screws just fell out. These are all in half-ass, crooked, cross-threaded, terrible. This is one good, terrible assembly down here. I see a missing hole here. That's just missing a screw. This one's half in. Some total jackass put this together. Look at this one. Yeah, great assembly there. Somebody needs to be fired. So with all the feet fully in, we're just over counter height, not even 1/8 of an inch. So we're good there. The only thing I may need to do once I get it in is adjust a couple of them to level it if needed. We'll see how they did the floor. We've got one more safety valve to install. This is in case the line breaks or there's ever a problem in the stove and there's a free flow after the valve. This will automatically shut it off. Then on goes a flex line. No compound on that joint because it's a flared fitting. Next, this adapter goes into the back of the range. Put compound on this side, not on this side, and then this will connect up to our flex line. Then we can turn on the gas outside, turn on the manual valve, and check for leaks. Gas back on. Fix the threshold. I fixed the threshold. I knew I saw a package, so I've got a little bit of leak detector here. It's basically just dish detergent. And we're gonna put it on all the joints and look for any kind of bubbles or foam. I hear nothing. I see nothing. I think all our connections are good. Okay. Now we can get it off cardboard and get it back into position. Okay, fully installed and leveled, and this was driving me a little crazy here, trying to get an even gap and an even gap to the front. And notice they are different. That's because this counter is 1 centimeter longer, actually more material from the backsplash to the edge, 1 centimeter than this side. So I'd rather have it evenly gapped, because that's really what your eye goes to, and just live with this 1 centimeter overhang. There's nothing I can do. They just used the wrong size counter or cut it wrong. So right now everything is on and connected. We're going to try the first ignition, and what they want you to do first is just calibrate all your flame heights. You put it on low and you're looking for a 1/4 inch flame off of each burner. You can adjust the actual flames with the set screw inside the knob adjustments, and a similar adjustment with the oven / broiler flame. Let's give it a shot. Let's see, this is back left. They said during normal use it can take just a couple seconds. First time takes longer. There we go. Got a good mixture. It's the right color. So that's high. Down to medium. And all the way to low. So we're looking for a 1/4 inch. That looks about right. Maybe a little low. No, that's about right. Just a gentle simmer. All right, let's check the other ones. Ooh, that one. Medium and down to low. That one's no, it's about the same. I was just looking at that one edge there. All right, let's try the center. Now see, that's a normal speed that it should like. That's good. That's good. Oh, see, that one needs adjustment. That one is way too low. That's what we're looking for. That one's a little low too, just in comparison. These three here are what I want to see on a low. All right, so just a couple quick adjustments. Even that middle one, I want to bring that up just a smidge. And of course, I don't have a precision screwdriver small and long enough to get in there. It's got to be twice as long as this one here. This is the smallest one I have, and it barely fits. So I may have to freaking go buy a set just for this crap. I got a whole bunch in here for computer stuff, but none of them are super long. And of course, all the sets I have in the garage, I'm missing the flatheads. So this is what I need, but flathead. Just don't have any. Back to Lowe's. Didn't expect this project to take most of the day. It's already 5 o'clock. At least the oven flame looks good. Don't need to adjust that. So I'm gonna buy this just because I'm already here and it's only $1.98, but I just remembered where a set I have that might fit, my precision set that I use for my motorcycle stuff that was part of my old RC car stuff. That might be small enough. And while I'm here, another bottle of the crud cutter to finish up cleaning the screens. Let's go to dinner. I may have underestimated the size of these burritos. Super nachos. That is a good looking stove. All right. Well, got somebody coming to pick up a couple more free things. Let's make some more room in the garage. And yes, sure enough, I did have one that fit. Oh well. So I'm still working. Wife and dog are helping. Oh yeah, and one burrito is more than enough. Now if you go to Capital Tacos, I think the tacos are the best deal. I need space. So the tacos themselves, just absolutely fantastic. They're $3 to $5, just under $5. The really good ones are under their specialty menu. There's a little upcharge because there are things like ahi tuna and really good sauces. So that's one burrito. It's a big chunky burrito, but here's the thing. It's a taco with a whole bunch of beans and rice. So yeah, it looks impressive, and these are expensive. These are just under $12 a piece. And they're like 3 times the size of the taco, but it's not more meat and stuff. It's just rice and beans, so it's filler. I'm gonna stick to tacos, even though it was a really good burrito. Well, let's see how the humidor is pulling here after a couple weeks duty. We're showing 67 and 62 and a half. Internal gauge, which has just been sitting up here. Really not finding that much difference top to bottom. Within a percent RH and a degree Fahrenheit. Very nice. Now the stock sensor is right here on the second shelf, so not a huge difference. So far so good. She's almost done. Late night, but worth it. Completely rewired the office. I mean, every single freaking cable. Got my internet routed along, the baseboard there, network blends right in, network cable's the same color as the wall, internet's the same as the baseboard. Oh, forgot to plug in my, nope, I do have it plugged in. I don't have this one plugged in. Anyway, I'm running out to Walmart real quick. I want to get some 90-degree wall mounts. Here's a trick. If you have a room like this where you don't have a lot of sound absorption, so you got something open or hard behind you, it's not all like soft couches or something that would absorb sound, and you want a surround sound system, but you don't want to wire rear speakers, or maybe you have a room that's oddly shaped and you've got a walkway here or something, so you can't put 2 rear speakers. Here's a trick. I've done this for years. It works wonderfully. I've got the new 5.1 system here, the top of the line Logitech. This thing freaking kicks. It is extremely loud and very clean. It's marketing BS to say 1,000 watts. It's, I would guess, 100 watts total RMS, like actual clean, decent, but I'm sure it's got terrible harmonic distortion. It's not an audiophile system, but for a computer, oh my God, way more than you need. Awesome for music, games, movies, whatever. Anyway, I put my speakers underneath the desk. All you need to do is mount them back a good 6 inches or so you get no sound direct from the speakers to your ears. Make sure it's 100% coming, below the desk, and it'll bounce off whatever's back there and hit you from behind. And it works absolutely fantastically. You just have to raise the levels a bit of the rear to balance it out with the front, and it adds natural delay. So it even makes it sound like you're in a bigger room, completely naturally. It just works beautifully. But these are twice the weight of the old Logitechs I had, which were fine, but they were starting to peter out. It was the middle range system, and it was okay, but the volume knobs were getting really crackly, and sometimes it would glitch, and I would have to unplug it and plug it back in, and sometimes the channels were messed up, so it was on its way out anyway. So I got the new system here, but these things are freaking massively heavy magnets, so I don't want to do the double-sided tape that I did with the old speakers. It just wouldn't last. The old speakers were very light, and even they would start to come off after a year or so every year I'd have to retape them. But these I'm gonna actually use wall mounts like this here, but I need one that does 90 degrees. I think these do actually, maybe not. Some have a slot, so you can actually bend it 90 degrees, but I wanna do that here and then just use shallow wood screws and mount them securely to the desk that way. So definitely don't trust tape for anything more than a couple pounds. These are good 3 pounds each. I mean, they're hefty, solid plastic, not chintzy at all, but great sound out of these speakers. Very robust,
control system, all kinds of inputs, and does whatever you want to use. The external sound blaster, which gives phenomenal audio quality, way better than even a very good one built into the motherboard, which this is. I mean, it's very good, but this is just audiophile grade quality. So very happy with that. The only thing better is going to a nice external amp and using great headphones, but I don't listen to music with headphones on at my desk, so gotta have great speakers. Anyway, off to Wally World, and while I'm there, I'm getting my ingredients and I'm cooking the zuppa toscana. First dish on the new stove. Then I'll show you what the room looks like, all done up with all the lights on. Oh yeah, that's what you hadn't seen before. I have a USB switch set up underneath here, and normally I've got my flight controls plugged in. Still haven't exactly figured out what I'm going to do. I'm not going to have a permanent setup for them anymore, but those three go into the setup switch under here, and the other one is for my desk lights that I've got running along the back. So normally I work without any room light on, like this. Very easy on the eyes. Well, strike out at Walmart. I got a lot of cool stuff at this one. A lot of high-end stuff, actually. It's kind of weird, but not what I'm looking for. So I'll just get it from Amazon. Did get all of my ingredients, though. I just remembered to relight the hot water heater. The wife would have been a little pissed in the morning when she went to take a shower. See you tomorrow, guys.